Hi there, welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'll be talking about monitoring tool. That is one of them is the CloudWatch. So I'll be talking about the CloudWatch alarms. We can create alarms and how we can initiate, what are the states of alarms. So all those things I'm going to discuss in this video. So let's start with this. So CloudWatch alarm, basically it allows you to watch the CloudWatch metrics. Different kinds of metrics are there. So we have the metric alarm. We can also have a composite alarm. So to receive the notifications when metric fall outside that particular level or particular threshold value that is being defined. It can be a static also. It can be based upon certain conditions also. So I will show you all the scenarios for that. So, and it is being attached to, it can be attached to a single like a condition or multiple conditions you can also have, and you can attach the notifications also, as well as any action need to be done that can also be defined. So multiple actions you can define basically. So we can create a metric, a composite metric alarm or a composite alarm. So basically a metric alarm based upon such metrics. Suppose if you're running EC2 instance, so what are the CPU utilization, network in, out. So these kind of things you can add it in the metric alarm. In case of the composite one, we can define some rule. Based upon that rule, we can take into account different alarm states of other alarms also. And then depending upon that, we can define the particular alarm state. If the condition goes true, then we can run that alarm. So basically that is a composite alarm. So, but in today's video, I'll be just focusing on the metric alarm. I will show you how we can use this metric based alarm. So what are the different alarm states that we have? So the first thing that is okay, the metric expression within defined threshold, and we can also define an alarm. The metric or expression is outside the defined threshold. Then insufficient data means it haven't collected any data related to that, like suppose CPU utilization and all. You need to give some time intervals. Depending upon that, it will collect the data, and then if you're running instantly, like just recently, then there will be very less amount of data to take decisions on the basis of that. So it will come like insufficient data. Then how we can evaluate the alarm? So we specify three things. One is period, evaluation period, and data points to the alarm. So period is basically the length of time to evaluate the metric or expression based upon individual data point of our alarm, and it is expressed in seconds. So we can choose 1 minute as a period, and we can evaluate that metric per minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, or 5 minutes. We can define it, and we can also do the evaluation is the number of most recent periods or data point to evaluate when we are determining the alarm state. And data points to the alarm is the number of data points with evaluation periods that must be breaching to cause the alarm to go into the alarm state from the okay to the alarm state. So that's how we are going to evaluate the alarm. So in today's lab, I will just show you a metric based alarm. I will be launching an EC2 instance. And so I'll be using the metric, the CPU utilization. So we can install the stress on the EC2 instance. So it will increase the CPU utilization if it goes beyond that particular threshold value that's being defined. So it will make the alarm, it will change the state of the alarm from okay to the alarm state. Or we can, because stress example, I think I have shown you earlier also how we can utilize that. You can just check my previous videos. I'll just put the link in the description, how we can install stress in EC2 instance through the CLI, or we can use that console, or we can do one thing again, like we can change the alarm state. We can force it to from okay to the alarm state. So I will prefer to do the second one, because stress, if you want to do, you can just check my previous videos in which I have used stress. But in this video, I'll just manually I'll be changing the alarm state. So let's move on to the sign-in console to the AWS. So as I said to you, I will be first running one EC2 instance. Just take it by default as it is everything. So I'll just put the name, my EC2. Then OS image, let it be Amazon Linux, and no need of changing anything, just keep here. We can define, if you have previously defined, you can utilize those. No need of changing the security group and all, let it be there. We just need SSH. We don't need SSH even. We won't be accessing the EC2 instance, so no need of using that. Rest of the things, let it be the same by default. Just launch the instance. So as it is launching the instance, we will just copy the instance ID. We can pick up this instance ID because we need to search this EC2 instance in the CloudWatch, and then only we can utilize the metric. So we will go to the alarms over here. Now you can see in the alarms over here, there is 00 coming over here. We will just create one alarm over here. Select the metric. So we can just, you can see search for any metric, dimension or resource ID. So I'm just basically putting a resource ID and press enter. It takes some time. I think you need to wait from 3 to 5 minutes. So just keep on refreshing the page. So I'll just pause the video. Once it is available, I will show to you. Okay, we will check now. Let's select the metric again. So I'll just copy paste my EC2 instance ID. Press enter over here. It's still not there. It will take some time. Let me refresh one more time. So you can see over here, we got it our EC2 instance. So it will show you all the instances over here. As I said, you need to wait for minimum 4 to 5 minutes in order to show you all the metrics. Otherwise, it will just show you 1 or 2 metrics. So you can just paste it over here, the EC2 instance. Now you can see it showing, previously it was just showing 1, now it's showing 14. So you can just scroll it down. As I said, I'll be using the CPU utilization one. So I'm just choosing this one. That's it. And select the metric. After selecting this metric, let it be instance name, this one, that is already there by default. CPU utilization average, let it be period be 5 minutes. Every 5 minutes it should check, and we are checking the average. You can change the time if you want. And here, the threshold type, static, user value, or any anomaly detection also you can define. And you can define that whenever the CPU utilization is greater than 90, let's say, then this particular alarm should go to the on state. And there are some other additional configurations also, this data points to alarm and all. Treat missing data as missing. So these things don't need to configure, just let it be 1 out of 1, or if you want 3 out of 3, you can define it, how many data points you want to check, 3 out of 3. So it will take 15 minutes. So 5, 5, 5, 3 times. So it will be total 15 minutes. It will check, then only it will go to the alarm state. Then click next. Now here about the notifications and all. So you can see we are having the notification, auto scaling action also if you want. You have EC2 action, EC2 instance action, then system manager action. So I will just show you how we can add the notifications. let's say if I'm using this alarm trigger, state trigger, so you can create a new topic. You can enter the topic name, my alarm topic, and we can define over here. You can, if you have already created any topic in SNS, there's notification services, you can utilize that. But here I'm just creating a new one, and you can just choose the email ID. You can put any email ID, whatever you want. You can click create topic. That's it. Now I'll show you one more thing later on. Let's go to the EC2 action. What should happen when it alarm is in on state? So we will terminate the instance. So let's add this EC2 instance. I added 2 of them, so just remove this one. So you can see over here, so I have added 2 things. One is notification service and one is EC2 action, in which I am just terminating the EC2 instance. Now, if you go to the, okay, we can view this in SNS console. If you go over here, simple notification service, you will find it over here. This pending confirmation is there. So they have sent an email, so you can just check your email. You can see there is an email from AWS, so you can see confirm the subscription. So I'll just confirm this one. So you can unsubscribe also later on if you want. We will go back to the simple notification service. So I'll just refresh this one. So now if anything happens, if my alarm goes on, so you can see I'll get the notification on my email also. So its status has been confirmed. Now I'll go back to my CloudWatch over here. So one is this one for the notification, one is it will terminate my EC2 instance. Now I'll go to next. So I'll put my alarm name, my alarm, ALARM. Description, if you want to put, you can put it over here. Just click next. So you can see the conditions over here. It should be static. It should be CPU utilization is greater than 90. 3 data points where I'm defining actions. When in alarm, send a notification to my alarm topic, that is to my email ID. When in alarm, terminate this instance. So both of the things will happen simultaneously. And that's my alarm name. So I'll just create the alarm. So you can see the first thing that I'm getting over here, that is alarm state, that is insufficient data. Now, as I said you earlier in the video, either you can install stress or I will evoke this alarm manually. So you can, if you want to do that, you can go to the EC2 instance and just install the stress and just wait for 15 minutes in order to see that it is getting terminated and alarm is going on. So you need to wait over there if you're installing the stress. Otherwise, if you want to check, just in order to check this thing, you can go to the, so you can see CPU utilization 90 over here, and you can just services you can see over here. Now, if you go to the Cloud Shell, I'll just show you my EC2 instance also. It should be working. So you can see number of instances running is 1. So I'm just going to the Cloud Shell. I'll just open the CloudWatch in order to just check my alarm name. So you can see there is one alarm is there. You can see my alarm, its state is okay. It is not in alarm state. As I showed you earlier in the video, there are 3 states out there: okay, in alarm, and insufficient data. Now I'll go to the Cloud Shell over here. In the Cloud Shell, I'll type it over here, AWS CloudWatch. then set alarm -state alarm name. So my alarm name is my alarm, ALARM. Then -state value. You can just search this one online, just write how to set the alarm state on AWS in the CloudWatch. You will get this commands easily. So you need to put a reason over here why you are doing this, and space, you can put it over here, it's doing for testing purpose. That's it. Now let's go to our, let's just refresh this one. You can see this warning symbol over here in alarm. So our alarm has been executed. I will check my email also. You can get an email. You can see alarm, my alarm in US East Virginia 1. You're receiving this email. This is a console. It has been, state has been changed from OK to alarm, and reason for state change, testing. So this is how you will be getting in your email the notification service, because we applied the notification service as well as we are terminating the EC2 instance. So this is the EC2 instance. Just let's check this one. So you can see there is no EC2 instance. So there is no instances are running over here. So this is how we can use the CloudWatch alarms and all. So in order to remove this alarm, you can just select this one, action, and just delete this one. That's it. I hope you like my video. In future, I will be showing you some more about the CloudWatch, this monitoring, event bridge and all. So see you soon in my next video. Thanks for watching.